Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I am playing my friend Ethan, and this time it's in the variant 3 check where you can either win by checkmate or you can win by checking the king 3 times, and you can see how many times it's been checked because it says the number on top of the king. So I haven't uploaded a lot of videos in the past month or so, and I apologize for that because I was sick and I also had a lot of schoolwork and stuff, but I will try to upload more from this week onwards. So yeah, let's get straight into game number 1. Alright, so let's challenge Ethan and wait for him to accept it. Alright, there we go. Okay, we're white in game number 1. Now, let's go with the, I guess, normal opening. E4 is fine. And we get E5 back. Now, I'm going to go for the bishop's opening, bishop C4 immediately, because a good opening in 3 check is to stack your bishop to get 1 check, and then bring the queen out, and basically, like, whatever move he plays, if he moves his king, then we can go queen f7, and it's 3 checks. Because check number 1 is the bishop, check number 2 is queen f3, check number 3 is whatever. So, or if they block with the knight, then we can just take it. So that's the way. So usually what they do here is they make sure that we can't check it with like king e7 or sometimes d5 and bishop e6 in cases. So yeah, that's the way to do it. But d5 does allow me to go bishop b5 check though, and then unless the king moves, which is probably unlikely, but I guess that's the best move, then like pawn here, then we can sack the bishop, and then we can wait for another check with the queen or something. So yeah, Ethan says, why are variants starting with 1500 rating? I'm not sure actually. I mean, I guess it varies a lot in variants. Like you can't really be bad at a variant unless you're like bad at normal chess. But like I guess it varies. So that's why. But let's go. We're looking for bishop g5 here and get 2 more checks. And let's see what Ethan plays. Alright, king to d6. Yeah, I'm getting cooked already. Yeah, this is a bit of an issue right now because I have a lot of threats on the board for what I can do. Um, I guess we'll go c4, threaten c5. Oops, that's not Bones move. c5 check. And draw the king out, and after that there's a lot of different checks here that win the game immediately for me. If the king does take. And if the king doesn't take, it like goes here or something, then probably queen here is check, stuff like that. So yeah, let's go c5, and now this should immediately be game over. Alright, we get king e7, and now we can go bishop g5 with the 3rd check. With that, we win game number 1. I'm gonna go ahead and type GG in the chat. That was really short, so let's move on to game number 2. Alright, let's go ahead and rematch Ethan. And let's wait. Alright, we are gonna be black for this game. And let's see what Ethan plays. Alright, we get e4. I think instead of playing e5, I'm gonna play the Caro-Kann defense, c6, because it keeps things more close. So like, if the king is on the light square, then the light squared bishop is the most active. Yeah, bishop c4. But now I have d5, and this pawn actually defends it, so it's better for me because now there's no check on b5, and now I can just take back. And oh wait a minute. Oh. Okay, maybe the Caro-Kann isn't a good opening after all. I kind of just lost 2 checks here. So, I lost 2 checks already. So now Ethan can just like sack his queen for another check or something and then try to win from here. Okay, we get queen to f3. I'm assuming looking for queen takes f7. And that's basically the only threat. I can't push the f1 because then queen f5. So I mean, not queen f5, queen h5. So I'll go knight here, block the attack. But now there's a lot of, I mean, it's not even like down material or anything. It's just Ethan has 3 checks on his king and I have 1 check on mine. We are looking for this though. Okay, Ethan doesn't say it, so we get a free check as well. And yeah, let's see what happens next. If he offers a queen trade, then I guess I can just trade and get a free check. If he blocks with knight, can I sack my queen here? Because then the king takes back. And is that actually good for me? I'm not sure. I don't think it is because after that I don't have any follow-up. And the queen is looking to get in here to b8 actually, not anywhere else. So we do need to defend that. But the problem is, how do we defend? Because if I move my king, then there's like queen sack on c7 or something. And that's pretty much game over. So I guess I have to go queen d6 and block the line of sight on f7 and b8. And, oh, but there's a4, yeah. Very well played. All right, let's move on to game number 2. All right, there we go. Game number 3, we are black again. And let's see. Yeah, Ethan says GG in the chat. All right, e4. Maybe not Carl Khan this time, because that didn't work out very well last time. I'm gonna go e6. Make sure the diagonal is blocked. And yeah, no Carl Khan. So let's play the French defense and see how this goes. Actually, I guess e3 is a valid move. In 3 check, yeah, e3 is a valid move because you block like the diagonal. So it's a very valid move actually. I never really thought about that. I always just like go e4 because that's what I do in normal chess usually. All right, so obviously we're threatening bishop takes. Yeah, d4. But now I get this, right? Isn't that a free check? I feel like knights are kind of useless in this variant because, I mean, maybe not actually, but like bishops can give more checks if like the opponent isn't very careful. So I feel like you have to like block this diagonal and then block this diagonal because those two are the main ones that you can get checks from. Mostly dark squared bishop and light square for white, but also the queen sometimes. All right, we get king e2 because if anything blocks the check, then we can just sack, and that's a free check basically. Let's go here. Try to V and kettle the bishop. This is my plan. And yeah, now this is kind of a problem for the white king because if it goes up, then there's still this, and if it goes to e3, then there's always bishop here. So let's see what Ethan plays here. Queen d3. I mean, I guess this isn't really a pin because there's always c4, but might as well play it anyways. And if c4, then we can probably sack and then bring the queen out. Yeah, we do get c4. Oh, what if I go here? That's immediately very strong. How do you save the queen and not get checked? I don't see a way. Yeah, bit of an issue. All right, takes. Let's take. You can because if you take the queen, then I take the queen with checks, and then you have 1 check left, which is pretty much game over. All right, that's the move, I guess. I mean, if I sack the queen here for one check, but then I can't. I don't have a way of getting a second check because the queen can always take back, and then the bishop defends this pawn. So I can't even take this and like go for this. So I guess we'll just let's just take this, and then yeah. All right, now we have this check, and that only sacks the bishop, and then we have queen d4 next. So that's pretty much good game. Yeah, sack the queen for checkmate. With that, we win game number 3. I'm gonna say good game in the chat, and let's move on to game number 4. All right, we get the white pieces this time. I'm actually gonna try the e3 strat to block the yeah e3 e6. Okay, copycat variation. Let's go for this, I guess. Bishop b5. Don't really know what opening this is. You wouldn't play this in normal chess anyways. Yeah, bishop back, and now we basically lost the tempo there. So I mean, I guess Ethan lost the tempo too with that move. All right, block this off. Okay, this is literally very symmetrical. So let's all right, let's just develop, I guess. I know I said knights are not too useful, but recheck theory, yeah, maybe. I'm not actually sure, like, if there's theory for like variants, but I mean, there probably is, yeah. But like, I don't like know like if there's like titles in variants like grandmaster and stuff like that. Um, yeah. Let's see what happens. All right, we get knight to f6. Now I can break in the center and also gain a tempo of this because that's a free bishop. Not free bishop, free tempo. Sorry. All right, let's just get castled. I think this is like one of the only games I've played where it's like 10 moves into the game and there's still no checks, and it's just like this could very well happen in a normal chess game, right? This could very well be like a d4 d5 theory. Yeah, this is still symmetrical. That's very funny. Um, let's go look here. Right, try to break open this file maybe. Oh, okay, I see what that's doing. Yeah, attacking this. Don't want to let that happen. We'll go g3. Because if you sack the bishop here and I take, there's also knight here, and then after that the queen's coming in, and you can open up this file to get the rook involved. It's all bad news. So we basically have to block that diagonal. I guess wait a minute. If the bishop takes, then I guess I could take with knight. Maybe that could work, and we're still winning. But I just blocked it off because I didn't want like any chances of anything like that. So let's, I guess, go for another copycat. So far, okay, this is literally copycat right now. Nothing is different. So I'm just gonna push here, gain some space on the queen side, make a waiting move, and let's see. Should I copy? I don't know. I mean, that's for you to decide. All right. Knight e4. I guess I can't really take that, which is pretty annoying. That's defended. Bishop here? I mean, it's underdeveloped, so why not? It's not like we're actually threatening anything. But, ooh! Interesting. Knight takes. Okay. If I take with king, the threat is bishop takes here, I guess? But you did sack a bishop and a knight for 2 pawns. So yes, first check, but you sacked 2 pieces. So I might have some attacking chances on the H file now. Okay, if you want to sack the queen for a knight, that is very dangerous. But there's not a lot I can do to stop that, I guess. I mean, I can go king g1. And then what does that do? Nothing. So let's just go here. If the queen sacks and I take, there's no immediate threat. So I think I'm okay. Oh, okay, I see the threat now. If the queen takes and I take with the king, then bishop g4 is immediately winning. But if the queen takes and I don't take, I go like king g1, say, or I go here, then that should be completely fine. So I'm just going to take this. But I got first check, yeah. But this is very dangerous. Very, like, basically, Ethan is just going for the all-in attack here. Yep. All right, there we go. Now, what I'm trying to do is prove to him that I can survive this with one check, even though I'm up material, I have one less check. And he's trying to prove to me that I can't survive. Basically, that's what's happening. We do have some interesting ideas here. Like after takes, bishop takes. Okay, immediately stop that. Ooh, what about bishop takes? Pawn takes here. Oh, what about this? And I open up the bishop so that the rook can never go to f8. And I can just like bring my queen in. Right? I can sack the bishop. If he doesn't do anything, then I can just like take this. And that's completely winning for me. Right, guys? And then if he does, then I can go here. Or he can just take right now. Take the e5 pawn and I go sack. Oh, but then I can't go queen here because then I get a check. Alright, Ethan's running very low on time. Okay, takes back. I think I'm gonna do it. There's no checks. Oh wait, there was a check on g5. I mean d5. Oh, missed that one. All right, 3 seconds. There was a check on d5, by the way, which I completely missed. All right, let's check here. There is rook f8, but it's currently my turn, so, yep, queen f6, and with that, we do manage to flag Ethan, and even if he had moved, doesn't really matter where. I could always go to g7, g7 and win. All right. Let me quickly ask Ethan if he wants to play more games, and we'll see what happens from there. All right, we're gonna play one more game for this episode. So let me rematch Ethan, and we'll see how it goes. I forgot what the score is, but yeah, not sure who's actually winning right now. All right, we get the bishop b5 strat. I guess e3, e6 is the thing, right? Is the theory right now. All right, it's 3-1 and I'm winning. Okay. So if Ethan wins this game, then it's like basically tied. Or not tied, but close to tied. All right, another symmetrical game. Fine with me. Unless like I go queen b6 and then queen b3 and then I take or something. That would be like a non-symmetrical game. All right. All right, he takes. I'll take back. Bishop a3. Go here. Oh wait, there's a free pawn here. Just realized. All right, castle. Can't really castle. Yeah. Can't copy that queen move. Yep. Unless you sack your queen. Alright, let's just develop like this, I guess. Luckily, if I go knight c5, there's no like b4 to fork me. Like, a common thing you see is that like if you place your pieces so that they're not right next to each other, but like this, like 2 squares away, and there's a pawn here, then they could push a pawn and then get forked. And it's defended by another pawn, even if your queen could take it. But in this case, there's no pawn on b4, and even if there was, we actually have en passant here. Unless the pawn was on b3, of course, but then we can just take it and then go here. Anyways, that's what it would be if there was a pawn here or here. All right, we get knight to, what is this, d4, and that doesn't actually threaten anything because all of these squares are defended. So I guess we'll continue with the plan and then castle. All right, d3. Yeah, let's continue with castles. All right, knight d2. Wait. Oh, I can't take this pawn because that knight's hanging. That's sneaky. All right, let me defend the knight first. Okay, knight c4. I'll take this guy. Ethan's also running kind of low on time here, so he needs to watch that. We're attacking a lot of pieces here, and luckily they're all defended for him, but we are. All right. Oh wait, this one's not defended. Let's take that. Oh wait, was my knight hanging this entire time? My knight was hanging right here, but Ethan didn't take it, and now he takes it. Okay, that's not good. All right, let's go here. So trade queens, and let's go here. I don't know. Nobody has any checks yet. I might go bishop a6 to develop it. I mean, I can't really push this pawn and lose it to 2 different pieces. So I pretty much have to develop it this way. Let's go. Yeah, let's develop bishop. All right, 94. Looking for this check. If I move the king, then there isn't any more checks. All right, boom. Fine with me. Okay. Looking for that check. If I move the king back, then there isn't any more checks. Are we gonna repeat moves and just go back and forth? Actually, I'm fine with him sacking for a check. I'm gonna let him do that. All right, then take back. Now there's no more checks, and you can't sack for a check either. I don't see where that horse is going. I really don't. Okay, let's. I can't go to c3 because of the rook, so let's take this open file and then maybe hop into b2. Maybe. All right, we can trade rooks. We can hop in here. Threatening the rook. And oh, there goes. There goes a rook and a check. And 2 checks, actually, because that's a sneaky discovered attack. There we go. And let's go rook here, I guess. Not sure what to do. Invade on the back rank. All we gotta do is dot dot dot. I'm confused. What's that dot dot for? Okay, let's go rook here and try to get a discovered attack. And if the king moves, then we have bishop here, which is checkmate. All right. With that, we win game number 5, I think. 4-1. 4-1. And yeah. Oh wait, Ethan just told me that I could have done it a few moves sooner. Where is it? Like here? Oh yeah, when Ethan moved here, I could have gone knight here as checkmate. And also when he went g3, I could have gone here, which is checkmate. But I did it 2 moves after. All right, with that, we win game number 5. So the score is 4-1. Let's say GG in the chat. So yeah, that's 3-check. I thought we'd check out a new variant that I haven't played before. And yeah, see you guys later, and hope you enjoyed that. I really appreciate it, and thanks for watching. Bye. Like and subscribe.